Welcome everybody and welcome to the Global Family Office Investment Summit hosted here in Dubai by the Ritossa Family Office. I am so pleased of having with me Lord CARMINE Villani. CARMINE, thank you for joining us.
Pleasure being here.
Just in a nutshell, a brief introduction about yourself and about the holdings that you represent here.
Sure. Well, I run a multifamily office. It's a global multifamily office, US, Europe, and the Gulf. And one of the families is the royal family in Saudi Arabia. So I've been Chief Investing Officer and Chief Strategic Officer for the Saudi Crown Holding. I'm also the CEO of the Berkshire Hathaway's HS and MFAO Global Partners private office, focusing on everything else but business. So kind of like interests, passions, and hobbies, which is the common denominator to do business with friends. And so you build a relationship with your friends and the various family offices to create and build synergies globally. So that's pretty much what...
Yeah, CARMINE, of course you are playing many roles altogether, but you are a long-time friend of the summit, so we have seen you so many times, but we have heard you so many times on the stage sharing your strategies and also the philosophy. Would you like to share with our audience too, which are the main strategies that drives your daily work, your daily job, and which is your philosophy behind your work?
Yeah. Well, it's a combination. As a multifamily office, we really focus always on value investments. Therefore, we focus on what does it take to understanding the fundamentals of the company, understanding the long term. We are like investment, like a buyer, like an owner, not as a trader. So we're looking at 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years horizon from an investment. And that makes sure that also we are patient. So we are not panicking based upon the optimism. Actually, we would say one of the optimism of the market is bad for a rational buyer. And the opposite from the pessimist perspective. So because of that, we're looking at, of course, trends. We're looking at within the value chain, energy, renewables, healthcare, artificial intelligence, e-commerce, various type of technology sectors. As a Saudi Crown Holding, it's a little bit more, it's focused on Saudi, but it's part of the Vision 2030 we have, which is, as you know, is a $7 trillion investment program. Therefore, that affects what originally was revamping oil and gas of 1.3 trillion, then moved into also infrastructure development and remodernization of 1.1 trillion. And then there has been over 3 trillion going towards hospitality, making a destination, $500 billion on technology, like NEOM. And there is, therefore, the investment program is it's broad. Our objective is to identify the most advanced companies and technologies globally that we can help, welcome, and partner with in Saudi and in the region, in which we'll invest into the company to grow into Saudi, so make it a Saudi company, but as well expand from Saudi into the region. So the approach is really, again, value chain, fundamentals, not trading, and long-term strategic assets.
Yeah, so very interesting what you say, and so I would like to share with you which have been the trends during the 2021, and if you can share with us, with our audience, how do you see the near future? So what's your personal and of course from your company's point of view, your outlook for the next year, 2022? What do you see in the future?
Well, it's very exciting. First of all, as I mentioned before, when you focus on fundamentals, you don't panic even if the market values a 50% discount, because you're looking at the fact of the business success is not infallibility. It's just try to do things right more than you do things wrong. And as I mentioned in the panel, what you do is try to avoid the risk, which basically means know what you're doing, get informed. And the risk typically is when you don't know what you're doing. On the opportunity side, you're looking at understanding the companies and understanding the management, so look at the correlation between value and cash generated, debt and margin ratios, but you also look at the history and the growth prospect. That is basically ongoing, regardless of timing. And even though, the values, it's irrelevant on the market, on the fundamental itself. Even though things might appear to be pricier, again, all goes back to the value pricing compared to the correlation of the cash generated. When you get to Saudi, it's all exciting because we are developing and growing and building the future and the present. Therefore, it's a very exciting investment program is taking place, and across the space that I mentioned before, innovation, technology, and we have a very large young audience of 70% is less than 35 years old, extremely technologically literate, and so it's very exciting.
Yeah. If I ask you to cherry pick some industries for the next challenges, so which is your answer? What's your answer?
Well, as mentioned, energy and renewable sustainability, it's global. Healthcare. Obviously, you see COVID, but there's a lot more healthcare going from genomics to DNA to all sort of research and development to curing to clinics. So healthcare is a very strong pillar. Entertainment. I mean, the hospitality angle when we get to focus of course, to Saudi, and infrastructure, clearly. The old oil and gas, because it's still fueling the world with it and ramping on that, which is not going to just disappear from day to next. And technology, innovation. The area related to innovation there's 4 or 5 different pillars in that. Innovation and technology is an important driver. Of course, infrastructure is it's a different pillar, but innovation is critical.
Yeah, of course, innovation and technology are the key drivers of Dubai. Your personal impression about the Dubai framework? Maybe you are more focused on the Saudi environment and the Saudi framework, but what about Dubai? Because Dubai is looking at 2050, and of course, is doing very good things with Expo 2020, but also with the transformation of the city. What's your personal impression? What's your personal thought about Dubai?
Well, Dubai is it's a role model. I think Dubai has been a role model in the region because since 1975, look what is built without oil. And so making a destination from an hospitality, from a financial hub, 90% of the newcomers, the expat, strategically, Dubai, but also the region, is fit within a few hours of 60% of the world population. And you, as you heard this morning, is a 2.5 billion population, very much on a close reach. So it's the MENA region, Asia, and the Gulf. It's a strong hub. There is going to be always a little healthy competition within the states, but I believe that what Sheikh Mohammed and Sheikh Hamdan have done, and particularly for Dubai, it's remarkable, and it's just a role model even for Saudi Arabia. Has been a role model to replicate what has been done.
That has been simply incredible. Carmine, really running out of time, but my last question for you is about the Ritossa Summit. As I say, you are a long-time friend of the Ritossa Summit. What's your personal final remarks about the summit? Which are the key factors of the summit?
It's incredible because usually when you see one of the events, any events, it's done once, you do once a year, and it's loses perspective. This has been very successful, improving every time. You have a great combination, of course, of family offices, some sovereign wealth, but you also have a very good pitching ideas of different technology companies, and it's been a success. Whether it's been Monte Carlo, it's been here, and next one will be in Saudi Arabia. It's something to look forward to get fresh idea, interchange, Also, sometimes also sharing ideas with other family offices, how you invest and co-invest, and what areas are colder and warmer, and sharing that the opportunity and discussion. So it's been a wonderful platform that Sir Anthony and Vanessa, remarkable what they're doing, what they continue to do. I'm just very happy to be your friends.
It's remarkable what you said on our microphones. Thank you to Lord Carmine Villani. Thank you for joining us, for spending a few minutes with us, and enjoy the summit. And see you. Look forward to see you soon.
Likewise. Thank you very much.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.